Yeah, that's a great question, and that's why we have covered that question very specifically. This component builder is for marketing requirement right now. So, as a marketer, if you want to launch your campaign, you are free to use those components. But sometimes certain component require some customization or some certain integration. In that case, this component builder may not be the right case for you. So for such kind of components, we always recommend to go to your technical team and discuss whether I'm creating this component, whether you require any customization to do that, or if you don't need any customization, you think that there is no integration required, you are free to use it on the website as well. So
just to add more, we can create multiple themes over here. So on our website, we all have the CSS and all those things. That CSS is totally separate, and the style that Raman show you, you can build is different. So you can have a one theme as per your website, then you can utilize those components onto your website. For campaign, you need different things, or if you are creating a page temporarily right onto the website, hosted onto the website for some product launches or for something like that, you can use. But your overall CSS of the website is very different from the component builder CSS. The styles are very, very different. You can mimic it same, and then you can utilize those components over there as well. But for long-term purpose, we still believe you should create a proper Next.js component like you do create and just use them over there. It's a new tool evaluating into the Sitecore world, right? So it may have not be exactly as the website style library that we are setting. So it's just an advice. There's no kind of restriction from the Sitecore side like not to use it, but it's an adjustment.
Yeah, it is again our recommendation how to use that tool at this situation. Maybe over the time this tool will evolve and our recommendation will change. So
yeah.
Question here.
First of all, thanks for bringing our daily struggles to life in your very well-crafted soap opera, These Are the Days of Our Developers.
Yeah.
I had a very similar thought and question, which was in initially developing your component library, that for something as simple as a header, is there a number that you would say is sort of falling out of the air of how many variations you should have of that individual component and or styles, right, to satisfy the need, so that it's only really rarely that they use a component builder for something like this, because it could get quite dangerous if you go the opposite way, where you just have one header and then then everybody goes, oh, I don't like that one, I'm on my own. So where's the balance of that?
So we have to start with small. Obviously, first we do have to have at least the basic guidelines or the style set up into it, and it will evaluate over the time itself, right? So we don't have to think too much to create too much into the component for now. As per the requirement, I think over the period of time you will have the enough number of the components and the enough experience in just creating the components as per your need. And sometimes we may have to it's a best practices, though we have not just started, but it's just a thought, maybe quarterly or maybe halfway, we do have to look what we have created. We may or may not be required in this future. We do have to clean up as well, because now you have something you can create directly within the XM Cloud without development, without deployment over there. But yes, control is very, very important on the number of components, on the variation of the components that would be required. So that needs to be defined, maybe a organization to organization, different process for that. But don't do too much, I think, at the start. Go as per the requirement. I think that would be the easiest way to.
And to your question about number of variations, so I would say, that nowadays responsive designs are by default in any of the website. We can make the website responsive using the style libraries or style guidelines, but here you will see one more benefit with that, because mostly for the campaigns, marketer wants that my banner is let's say having some banner image, separate banner image on the desktop, but having a separate banner image for the mobile users. So here with these variations, you can control that very well, and you can show even separate. So it will give you kinds of personalization while giving you responsiveness to that component.
I think we have time for one more question. Anyone have more?